In the last 5 years, this is the least amount of weight I've been in for. So for me, it's a big win. I'm feeling good. My energy is high. I don't need to struggle, and it's still going down. It's a total different life, actually. I have the energy to do my job well, but on the side, I can also like be present at networking events. Before I couldn't do that because of the energy that was not there. And at the same time, I'm also making progress in the gym. So my whole life is just different. I feel well rested. I feel happy. I'm being more social than I was before. Everything's more clear for me. So saying my life before was good, but it's totally different now.
All right, welcome everybody to this client interview with Vincent. Vincent is a 35-year-old entrepreneur in the IT world. He develops mobile apps from Belgium. Vincent, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for being my coach.
Can you paint a picture and walk the viewers through your situation 6 months ago, before we started to work together? What were the things you were struggling with, and what did you reach out for?
All right. So before 6 months, I was struggling with energy, with training. I had a food schedule, but it was not on point. So I was doing all these things and I was actually getting nowhere. So that's when I found out about you, and you are working with blood results. So for me, that was the way to start with you and see what's going on, because I was doing so much effort and getting bad results.
So what were the initial goals, like the concrete goals that you wanted to reach throughout these 6 months?
Well, at first it was only my energy levels, because they were very low at the time. So for me, it was the energy, because I am also like a developer. So I do want to do my job well. It needs a lot of energy, of course, to think. And also there I had like a little bit of brain fog. So for me, it was the energy and the brain fog that was the most important part.
Got it, okay. And that was 6 months ago. You said energy, improve work performance, brain fog. You also mentioned some stuff about training and losing weight, I believe. And if I'm not mistaken, your screening form was also to increase your libido and no more
Yeah.
energy crashes. Is that correct?
Yeah, indeed. The full package, actually. But the main focus was energy. And then quickly we could also do the other things because there was lots of improvement already.
So one of the main things you wanted to focus on were your energy levels. On a scale of 1 to 10, could you explain how they were beforehand versus how they are now, and how long it took, in weeks or in months, before you started to notice a substantial difference in your energy levels on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah. All right. So in the beginning, when I started, it was around a 5.5. And at the end, at the moment, it's around a 9.5. But it didn't go overnight, of course. It took a couple of weeks to actually, in the first weeks, I already noticed a lot of difference because of certain habits I had to implement. But it took like maybe 4 or 5 weeks to notice the difference. And I'm an impatient guy. So I was always complaining like, what should I do better, and always trying to improve. But it actually just takes time. So now I believe in the process. It just takes a while to see the progress. It's a habit that you need to implement. It's food you need to look at. It's daily steps you need to do, your sleeping habits, your phone habits, all these kinds of things. So it's small improvements every day that makes the biggest impact, actually.
All right, so before it was like a 5/5.5. Now it's a 9 until a 9.5. What type of a difference does that almost doubling in energy give you in your day-to-day life and also in your work performance?
Well, it's a total different life, actually. I have the energy to do my job well, but on the side, I can also like be present at networking events. Before I couldn't do that because of the energy that was not there. And at the same time, I'm also making progress in the gym. So my whole life is just different. I feel well rested. I feel happy. I'm being more social than I was before. Everything's more clear for me. So saying my life before was good, but it's totally different now. It's insane.
And what did you try out before we started to work on your energy levels and to lose weight? Let's tackle both.
Yeah, so I think a year before going into the program with you, I was working with a diet coach, and he was solely focused on food only. He also helped me with the workouts and these kind of things, but it was good. It already did a little bit of performance improvements, but let's say compared to this course, I think it's maybe just 20%. So food is important, but there's so many more aspects in what food and all these kinds of things. So I think the focus on the blood work is very important.
And what do you feel is of course we have the blood work, but why do you think that purely focusing on diet and nutrition brought 20% of the results compared to like the full blood work package with the lifestyle, the supplements and everything in between that gave basically 5 extra results?
Yeah, I think it's like a domino effect, because it's all intertwined. Like you have the food, but you also have like the movement, but it also like what you put in your body and also what you consume like screens, grounding, for instance. It's the full package. Your body is not just food only. It's not a machine. It also needs sun, lots of sun, as many as possible. And all these different aspects, if you do them together, makes the whole 100% instead of the 20.
So you think because it's a full package targeting a problem from every possible angle instead of just diet and workouts?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
It's a mindset, it's a lifestyle, it's everything. So all the good focus points are targeted, and that's why you get so good results.
And you also mentioned brain fog. How was your brain fog before 6 months ago? And do you have maybe an example or a story of when you struggled with brain fog versus how it is right now?
Yeah, so I always have like lots of ideas, and I thought about solving problems. It's also my job, and that was going well, but it felt like I was always running behind. So I could not oversee the whole problem actually. And it was actually when I was only busy for a couple of weeks, I noticed I actually had brain fog. I didn't know beforehand when I started. That's something that came up doing the program. Like, okay, whoa, my brain is more functional. I can tackle these problems more efficient. I see the problem better. So yeah.
Got it. Okay. And if you focus on weight loss, can you dive a bit deeper into there? What you were struggling with before, I mean, losing weight, of course, but could you tie that to right now?
Yeah. So in the beginning, I was training and working out, but it really felt like a chore. It was really difficult to get three trainings in a week. But my goal was also to lose fat. But with three trainings, I didn't get my steps in. There was just not enough energy. Also, what I noticed is the big amount of cortisol in my blood work, which was something that was actually keeping me from losing weight, I guess. The energy and not enough movement, and then the cortisol. So my body was like in a fight or flight response type. So it was difficult to lose weight. And now since July, when I started a cut, before I tried a cut and I just didn't have the energy, my body shut down. Now I tried a cut and it was going down slowly. So my body was optimal. The situation was optimal, and my body was actually safe to lose weight. So I'm still in a cut, but I don't feel like I'm in a cut. So my energy is still high. I'm doing lots of things. So that's yeah, actually the best situation I've been in dealing with weight loss.
And recently you put something in the Share Your Wins channel about your weight. I'll let you tell that.
Yeah, so my win was I weighed the least in the last 5 years. So I've been trying to lose weight for 3 years already. And now in the last 5 years, this is the least amount of weight I've been in for. So for me, it's a big win. I'm feeling good. My energy is high. I don't need to struggle, and it's still going down. So today actually is also the lowest weight I've been in ever. Not ever, but since 5 years. So yeah, that's insane.
And you mentioned that you wanted to work on your libido as well, libido and morning wood. I believe in your screening form that it was a 5 in the beginning, in your first weekly check-in. How is that right now?
Yeah, so in the beginning, it felt like it was non-existent at all. And now it's actually quite consistent, I think almost every day. So it's also giving me more energy and feeling more secure. But it also took like a little while, of course, to get improved. But it's already at an 8, so that's great. But noticing again, I'm still in a cut, so it impacts also the libido. So coming out of the cut, it's going to be probably insane. So I'm looking forward to that.
How long did it take for you to see like a noticeable difference in that regards?
I think it was actually just like a month or so. So it was quite fast to notice the first differences. Then, of course, it became, yeah, a 5 to a 6 was already a big difference, but then consistently improving gave much more improvement. So yeah.
And what would you say to anyone that's watching this and that's like sitting on the fence about whether he should or shouldn't reach out?
Yeah, so I think it's the best investment you can make is in yourself. Your body is your vehicle, and you need it for a long time. So for me, if I knew this like 10 years ago, I would already have done it, because you're making a base you can work from. Everything goes better. You build muscle, you build energy. You're building yourself, so it's the best ever investment you can make. So it's really a no-brainer.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Vincent, for your time, and we'll talk very soon.
Yes, no problem. See you.